Okay. If you want to learn a little bit new language, right? New thing, especially in this particular world when we are going to when we are going to talk. So if at all I just say, okay, we are already talking about what is a computer. Okay, computer is something like it is a mission which takes a command, which takes the instructions, okay, or steps in a particular manner and it will do the job. Okay, it will do in a particular manner and it will do the job. Okay, so it is just a mission which will take the instructions which we call, okay, commands what we call, okay, and then it will try to execute it. That is a computer system. And why we use it? We know we are using it for our school homework, okay, to learn new things, to play games, right? So those things we are going to use it. There are a lot more, but for you, just I'm taking easy things which you are trying to use it. Okay, that's what I'm just trying to say, that as play games, do the homework, okay, learn new things. Okay, so those kind of things, browse, okay, in the net and also search it. Okay, whenever you are given some instructions from your teacher to check something like that, we which will be using it. And let us just, if I give an example or if I give a task for you, okay, like if you just say, I have these two things, two tasks which I want to give it to you, and see how you are going to come up with these steps which you're going to follow. Okay, like let us say you want to go to school in the morning. What do you do usually? If you want to go to, you have to get up and then go to school, right? Every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you do?
You like wake up, then you brush your teeth, like all the morning stuff. Then you try to catch the bus. You go to school. When it's home time, you go back on the bus and go home.
Okay, good. So usually you, as soon as you get up, what we first do, what's the time now, right? At what time the bus will be there at the bus stop? We start with the, like, okay, what is the time now? Oh man, it is 7 o'clock. We need to catch the bus. It's already 6:30. Okay, now what I need to do, right? So you need to speed up the things, or you need to, if at all possible, miss a couple of things. Okay, something like that. Okay, so those things which you plan, so immediately our mind is working, right, to immediately check that, okay, what's the time, what should I do, and quickly one after the other you are doing the steps, isn't it? So our mind, what we call it as, is called as, it is programmed, or it is made in such a way that, okay, what's the day today? Yes, it is Monday, I have school. Okay, now I need to do this. No one need to tell you anything. You automatically you just follow that, right? So but how you learned it? After a couple of times, your parents, okay, they're just telling you to do that, okay, do that, and slowly you are just got into that particular habit of repetitive task, right? So your mind is already known what exactly you need to do. Okay, so in that case, something like these instructions or these steps are already known to you. In a similar manner, when you're trying to talk to computers to do some job, okay, you need to tell to the system or to the computer what you need to do. Okay, so like one by one, you need to tell to the computer. Example in your school, easy example, I'm just trying to tell you. Okay, in your school you are asked to learn about a number table. Okay, like example, you are asked to learn about sixth table. Okay, mathematical table, multiplication tables, you are all aware of, right? So,
Uh-uh.
example, if you are told to learn the table 6. Okay, now what you do, so you can try to take the help from computer to get that sixth table generated, okay, or screen known on, or shown on the screen, and then you can try to learn it. Okay, I'm just taking a very easy example which I'm trying to tell you so that all grades can be covered here. Okay, but much bigger things can be learned. Okay, much bigger things can be performed using the system. Okay, so those are the activities when you want to do that. Okay, so also let us say you are asked to perform, or you are asked to check the product. When you say product means is multiplication of numbers, right? So in the case that particular situation, right? So when you are asked to check a product of two numbers, okay, if someone asks, okay, 2 times 6, you can immediately tell 6 12, right? 2 times 6 is 12, yeah. So if someone will ask a question as 25 times 25, how much is the number? Right? So you have to take a pen and paper, do the math, right? So it is 625 is the answer. Okay. So something like, so those numbers, when you want to do that, so you can write the instructions and you can try to solve those problems by writing the programs. Okay. Or like it is called as the steps which you need to write to solve this. To solve this, let us say product of two numbers, what we say at first, we will just try to tell this as, okay, so what is the first number? Okay, we just type it as, we say, what is the first number and what is the second number? And then what we are telling to the computer is to take the first number, take the second number, okay, and then we say multiply both and tell me the answer, right? So this is what we are going to talk, we are going to write it. Okay, even people also, right? Adults also, like even the, okay, bigger people also, they just write for small numbers. You don't need, okay, 10 to 10 12 20 up to 25, you can just do that. But if someone asks 315 times 45, what is the number? So we don't know, right? Someone has to do that math. So in that case, we are just writing a steps in such a way that what is the first number, what is the second number, multiply both, tell me the answer. This is what we are going to tell to the computer. And these steps, we need to have one by one steps, right? So these steps, which we call it as, okay, in the computer terminology, or in the system terminology, we are going to write something like a algorithm we are going to write. Okay, what all you need to do, okay, one by one steps we are going to write it. Okay, so this is the way we are going to write in the system. It is something like algorithm. We use some other words like pseudocodes and all those. Okay, we are trying to tell to the system the instructions we are going to write in the order. Okay, which order you need to execute, or which order you want the steps to be performed. Okay, like this, it is the algorithm. Even if you go to the school, right? Let us say, even if just for an easy example as the algorithm, even you get down from the school bus. Okay, the algorithm which you follow, or the steps which you follow. First of all, you go to one common assembly area where you go to your teacher. Okay, your teachers or whoever the in charge will be there. They will be standing there. You line up there. From there, one class after the class. Okay, after the other, all classes will go to all the students will go into their respective classrooms. That is something like the algorithm. Okay, so we generally do not use those names or terms in our day-to-day life, but we are pretty much following the same thing. Okay, algorithm or the steps. Nothing but when we call it as algorithm here, we are just trying to call it as what are the steps you are going to do that. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn with the examples. Okay, a couple of examples we'll take when it exactly comes to actual problems which you are going to solve with the Python system, using the Python. Okay, so this is how we are going to learn the things. Okay, I'm just giving like a idea here, but I'm just trying to give the information as what exactly is meant by the algorithm we are going to have. Okay, so a couple of examples we'll give it, and those examples you need to practice, okay, and try to practice and learn. Okay, this is how we are going to learn, including later on down the lane we just try to use another word like pseudocode. Okay, that is sometime later we are going to cover there. Okay.
Okay.
Can you please give me 1 second time, 2 minutes time? Okay, I'm just going on a mute. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Okay.
Lol.
I'm back. So this is how. Are you with me right now?
Yes, sir.
So do you follow what I mean to say?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said, anything okay if you think a bit faster or anything, okay? So please, you don't hesitate to interrupt. Okay. So this is something like a algorithm which we are going to write. Couple of things, okay, which we just write. even without going into the actual, even before we start the uh, actual Python. Okay, so and then we talk about couple of other things also. Okay, like algorithm is there. We call it as a pseudocode or we call it as flowchart. Okay, so flowchart, I'll come back to that later, but it is whatever you write in the algorithm, it is a picture. When you are trying to write in a picture, that is called as a flowchart. Okay, and also I encourage all of you to have a pen and paper. Okay, try to write on a book, sorry. Okay, on a paper. Okay, so that you can easily remember the things. Okay, so I encourage you to write it on a paper. Okay, in a book. So these topics, when we are talking about algorithm and all, okay, we are going to cover this in the for five classes. Okay, we will be covering. It is pretty much your comfort level, which we try to see that. Okay, you need to get to the concepts very clear. Okay, these ideas are very clear. We need to have that. Then obviously you will learn
I
about
can
the language. Yeah. Someone was saying something?
no, sir. Like, I think someone forgot to like mute their mic.
Ah, okay. No problem. Okay. So, and then we talk something about, we'll go in detail. Okay. I'm just trying to give an idea here. Okay. Operating system. Okay. And then we call something called as we'll go to the number systems. Okay. This is the introduction. I just try to give it. Operating system. Okay. We know our human body, right? So our human body is functioning, right? We usually, okay, so we get sleep, we get hungry, right? We also like eat, okay? So we also like, even if we're trying to, when we are hungry, we say, okay, I'm hungry, right? I want to eat something, okay? So, on some of the food, okay, which we can eat, which we can't eat. So, like multiple situations you will be getting. But when you think, okay, like as soon as you get up in the morning, okay, you just brush your teeth and then you feel hungry, right? And then we try to eat, okay, something, whatever we take it, okay? So similarly, around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or in the lunchtime, okay, let me just put that way. In the lunchtime, you feel again hungry. Evening time, you need some snacks. Dinner time, again, you need some food. So it is like we feel hungry, right? And if you eat full, if you eat more, okay, sometimes you say, no, no, I'm not hungry. Ken. For all this to work, there is something working inside the body, right? Something is working inside the body which is controlling all this to say hungry or full, right? Not hungry, hot, cold, something like that, right? So something is working. That something is nothing but is called as operating system. It is called. Okay. For any system, even if in the car also, right? You see car with only like four wheels, you can say steering wheel, brake and pedal, right? Brake and accelerator, you see that with the gears, buttons. But when you turn on the car, you just sit in the car, you just press the button. Nowadays is all keyless. Tesla is altogether a different thing, all electric vehicles for that matter, right? So usually you press a button, okay, and then it turns on and you just work. You just go with that car, right? By pressing the accelerator. When it goes, you just press to the brake pedal. So that time, how it is working? Something is built in the system or inside the car which moves. When you press the accelerator, it has to move, right? When you press the brake pedal, it has to stop. So when you don't have gas, okay, so when you don't have gas, way back from the place where we were born and brought up, we call petrol, okay, whereas the place where you guys are growing up is called gas, okay. So both are same. So when you just give the gas, or in the electric vehicles, it is out of charging, it doesn't start. So those kind of things. How it is working actually, it is something called as a operating system is there. Okay, operating system, to use it, there should be something inside the system, set of commands. Okay, that is how it is working. Like as in the beginning, I just asked, when you press the computer button, right? Start button, how it is starting. And also you see all the Windows flyers and all those at the beginning, right? If it is Windows system, if it is a Mac, you get a different situation, different thing, but technically you get that. So it is inside the system, there is something called as operating system that is built. Like even if you are using iPhone, okay, we usually use iOS, okay, something like 16, 17 numbers, which you see now, operating unit is called as set of commands. It is nothing but it is set of commands to process, to work properly, something like that. That is called as a operating system. Okay, but now to work with this operating system, again some commands are there. Okay, those commands are, most of those commands in the computer world, okay, if they are in the, like usually the zeros and ones format you will be having. Okay, so that is where you are going to have the number systems we are going to talk for the down. Okay, so this is something like the operating systems which will be not technically operating systems, but just for give an example, right, how it is going to work, we are going to talk about the number systems, how to use it. Usually we talk about one number system, mainly it is 0 and 1, which is called as a binary number system. Okay, so usually we follow the number systems, okay, like decimal and binary. Okay, you have multiple other things, but we just stick to the two number systems, binary and decimal. You know the numbers, right, which you are using in our day-to-day life. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? After 9, it is combination of these only you will get, any multiple combinations. Example 10, 0 and 1, 11, 1 and 1, right? So like that, you just get that, okay? Similarly, so this binary number system also, we have only 2 digits, which is called 0 and 1. Okay, it may be too much right now, but just get some idea. We will be talking more about that, okay? Don't think that it is just here we are just talking about the number systems right away, but just giving some idea.
I have a question.
Sure.
For like the binary numbers, you said that like 10 there's 1 0 and then 11 there's like 1 1.
Yeah.
But then what about like 12, 13, 14, 20? What about those?
Yeah. So these numbers, when you're writing, right, example 45, if you write, right, these numbers, they're part of decimal numbers, decimal number system, it's called. Okay. Whereas in binary number systems, we write only ones and zeros. Example 1 0 0, we write. Okay. 1 1 1, we write. Okay. So like this. What we are going to cover is when you say 1 0 0, right? So this is in binary numbers, we are writing 1 0 0. Okay. That equivalent of this is 4 in decimal. Okay. We will be coming up with a sheet, decimal and binary. How to convert that, we'll tell you. Okay. In the next sessions, I will be covering that. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe confusing right now. Don't get too much. Okay. So it is fine. we will tell that. Okay, so how to cover this? Example, this is 7. Okay, this is something like 4. Okay, it is 100 in binary. It is in decimal. Okay,
Okay.
like if you know multiple languages. Okay, I'm just trying to get to the point of languages here. Okay, like if you know languages, right? So we know, okay, from like the background where we are from, right? We know English, Hindi, Telugu. Okay, these are kind of languages. Okay, so in the same lines, like probably you guys, okay, if you are from Canada, you may be having English,
And
Spanish, French, right? So Mexico, people will call English, Spanish, okay. And if you're talking your mother tongue, okay, like if you from India and if you're talking mother tongue, maybe Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, something like that, right? We will be talking all those. Okay. The same lines here, we talk in different ways. Okay. So this number 4, when we are talking in the decimal system, we talk it in the 100 in binary. Why we need it? Conversion and all those, we will get to that later. Okay. I'll explain you in detail with examples. Okay. It is just a idea of what we are going to have. Okay. It's not too much, but we just try to cover those things. Okay. But for today's session, I'd like to limit it to algorithms. Okay. And also, like I will be giving at least 4 or 5 exercises for you. Okay. I encourage you to write that back. Okay. Like what is that steps you're going to perform? It is pretty much day-to-day steps. I'm not going into the computer world yet. Okay. So it is pretty much everyday steps which you are going to follow. Couple of creative, couple of new ones which you just need to think of. Example which I gave. Okay. Here. I just have something like, okay, you forgot your lunch box in school while coming home. Okay. Now, what is that you're going to do the next day? Right? So obviously parents will ask, right? Because they need to get you food for the next day, right? So
Yes.
how we are
Or
going
it
to,
goes to
what
lost and
is
found.
that you're going to follow here?
Next day when you go to school, you have to like look the last place you saw it and see if you can find it. Or maybe check in the lost and found if it's not there.
Okay, good. Any other suggestions anywhere? Anyone?
Ask your teacher if she's seen it.
Yeah.
Go to the office and see if it's in the lost and found items.
Yeah. So like this, which you need to come up with the steps. Okay. So in this case, what is that we are going to do to solve this? Okay. So like to find out this particular stuff. Okay. Similarly, okay, our example, right? So you are given too much of a homework in one day. Okay. Like you have math, science, okay. You are given math homework, you are given science homework, you are given social homework, you are given language homework. All of that you need to do. Okay. Now, what are the steps you're going to follow to complete all of them? Right? So, all the 4 are given to you, okay, in the same day. Now, how is that? You need to complete that, right? So, how is that you're going to complete all the homeworks? So, that is what you need to cover. You need to write in the steps. Okay, I will be giving couple of examples, couple of exercises in the email which is shared with me. Okay, so you just try to complete that. Okay, so that you get to know what is the actual steps which you need to follow here. Okay. So yeah, good one. Okay, go to the least work to the most work. Okay, right. That is good one. So that you can just try to get the things. Okay, so it is easy. So you feel confident, right? At least one of the thing is completed. So one of the thing, right? So because you feel confident out of 4, once you are covered with 4, once we are covered with 1, yeah, okay, only 3 more, only 2 more, right? So you feel confident. So that is a good way to crack down, okay, on those things. Yeah. So like I'm getting different okay responses here, which is good. So in the sense, this all depends on how you look at the things. One more, this one, okay? How you look at the things, okay? Like how you want to solve the problems, okay? So those things which you will be having. So that is where we are going to write, okay, about the algorithms, okay? How you are going to solve this particular problem, how you are going to do this. So I just share one more detail here for you, okay? So in this, we are going to have these things which we're going to cover in this our session, okay, just to see the, just to give that, okay. So it is, we will be covering more in detail about all the steps, and also I'll give you some running notes for all these sessions which you have, okay. You need not worry, all of you, okay, what are the terms, okay, as we started slowly getting one by one word term, we just get to know each and every term, okay, without any difficulty, okay. And also we try to do one project here where it is you can develop one code, okay, you can develop one game, okay, game kind of stuff which you can develop depending on your interest. Like we'll come up with two three concepts, you choose the one which best suits for you or which we are interested in that, okay, and then you can try to learn that, okay, practice that, learn that, okay.
Okay.
Any questions? And if you feel fast, okay, let us know, we can try to adjust. And to the parents in the group, okay, we are going to create the WhatsApp group, okay. I'm just putting my number, please send a WhatsApp message to this number, okay. So I will be creating a group, and then we can communicate through that particular group, okay. So about the session or any tasks or anything. And also one thing I would like to say, because it's an introductory session, okay, so it is, we are just trying to gauge it here, like to get some detail about how the things are going to be, and like how the kids will be look participating, okay. So in the next session onwards, it will be one or two particular topics which we'll be trying to cover, and with more examples. All the examples will be shared, okay, with you. And one more here which I have, okay, I just have it as something called as a Confluence, I think it is. So from there we are going to provide some homework also. Those details also will be shared in the through the email, okay. It is through Confluence which we have. We will be giving you the edit access for this one, okay. I'm just testing it out, and I will be giving the edit access for you so that you can try to write it. And one more thing which we are going to have is, we have a Google Drive, okay. So we have a Google Drive, and this particular Google Drive, we are going to have the details, Okay, in this particular Google Drive, we will be making it as a running document. Along with this, before the next week sessions, we are going to give the instructions about how to download Python and also how to perform, how to do the setups. The document as a reference will be there, but we will be helping you out in doing the actual setup where you can try to practice it. Okay, this particular message is for the parents. And also we have our channel. Okay, so like for the parents also, if you're interested here, we have the channel here. Okay, so it is the YouTube channel where you have multiple playlists which you can go through this. Okay, so like so many sessions and all these, like Python also we have how many here, it is 38 videos are there. Okay, this is we have so many sessions already recorded there. Okay, so for the parents it will be useful if at all you want to just go through that. Okay, so also this user interface, so multiple topics are covered here. You can just try to go through that. Okay, so that will be useful. Okay, so and I'm going to send, once the WhatsApp group is created, I will be sending a poll. The sessions which we are planning right now is on Sunday. Along with Sunday, it is one on Wednesday and one on Thursday, because I got notes or messages from a couple of parents that okay, so they are busy on Wednesdays. So we want to cover in both sessions. Okay, so pretty much the same thing which will be covered. Okay, so that particular sessions will be there Wednesday and Thursday. We are going to have it, and all these sessions will be recorded. Okay, so that can be shared here. Okay, so we are going to share it through our YouTube channel. Okay, for you to review again. Please let me know